Hello, hello,
Are we
hello.
on?
We are on.
Yay, it's about time.
Alrighty, guys. So this is live on YouTube. Um, this is just Tanya and I chatting it up.
The
Holiday movies. So today, yeah, because we don't know if we'll be able to get together again, before the holiday comes.
Yeah, that's true.
If not on Christmas, which who wants to record on Christmas
No.
exactly? But we just thought, we got some movies off the shelf to think, to get the mind flowing, thinking about things. But so yeah, first one I want to talk about National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. What a classic! I think I watched that last night. Then I got to watching someone's
I think that's my husband's favorite.
take on, they had never seen it yet. It was their first watch, and it was just hilarious. So they really got the love for the movie flowing back into my,
Oh, went
you know.
hard.
Yeah, like so many, bend over, I'll show you, or
Little hidden gems.
beautiful clock, like, or
It's a very fun.
I think she wrapped up her cat, like, all those great lines. And I get why there are people who out there who genuinely are like,
And
I don't like that.
that they were drinking from.
Classic cups,
Yes.
classic cups of eggnog. Yeah, right.
I definitely love that movie. I think it's classic. Like I said, me and my husband just watched it the other day. He loved it too. I kept on hearing him giggle, so that was a good time. But Christmas movie I absolutely hate.
Is it Love Actually?
Watch it every.
I'm not gonna lie, it's not my favorite out of those ones because there's a few of those that have been released over time, like that anthology like Christmas movie where it's multiple people coming from multiple places with multiple stories. And to me, I like my Christmas movies with like straightforward plot. Like give me as many Hallmark movies as you want and I'm gonna watch them. Oh, it's so good. Because one on one
Give me ammunition.
easily disposable. That's the thing is like, do I love a good Dune where I can sit there for 18 hours and really think the process? Of course. But I also love a good throwaway, like bad acting, same storyline, Oh, girl moved out of town for 5 years, moved back,
Fake snow.
pulls into, oh, why are you shoveling? Oh, well, yep, bright see like every day shiny. Why is the guy shoveling the? Oh well, he does this. Oh well, you're a doctor. Oh well, oh great. Blah blah. Blah. Married now. End of the story. Like, wow.
You love Hallmark movies?
Not all of them. Some of them get on my nerves, but like, no, I can really sit
Can you name
and.
your favorite? Like, have you watched?
Oh yeah, there's one I watch every year. The Town Christmas Forgot. It's so good.
The Town Christmas
Because like
Who's in that?
the parents are pretty good actors. I can't remember the name. Like it's one of the it's low budget, you know. But what's fun about them is just the easy, going. Like you can get up and do things around the house, you know. As long as you don't miss the ending, you're okay.
Let's see. The Town That Everyone Forgot. I can't even see.
Town That Christmas Forgot.
Town That Christmas Forgot. Okay, sorry.
You're good.
Do I have to watch this now? Oh no. It's a part of the Hallmark mystery series. Is it magical? Oh wow, there's really nobody.
But are they really? To me, it's more of what Disney's doing is figuring out what works, and what works is nostalgia in the way of, all right, the adults don't like these films, but guess who does? The kids that the adults are taking to see them because it's nostalgic for the adult to take their kid to see a movie that is based on something that they grew up loving, and that's really.
Snow White.
Yeah, but that's the one that people are pissed off about because
Live action.
that's the one where it's the girl, Rachel Zegler, and she basically disrespected Disney and a lot of the fans by talking about how she doesn't like the original movie and how they're gonna do it a new way and all this. And people were like, how do you not like the movie that's paying you all this money? Without that movie, Disney's not Disney, really. But let's get back to National Lampoons because there's so much about this movie that is so great. Because when I think Christmas, it instantly goes Home Alone, Christmas Vacation. Elf. I'm starting to get a little sick of these days. Surviving Christmas. Then you got the classic Santa Claus Coming to Town, Little Drummer Boy, Year Without a Santa Claus.
I love A Christmas Story. I will always watch that every year and still laugh to this day.
I'm gonna lie.
Did you see the second one?
I did, but you're gonna learn something about me real quick.
Oh no!
I do not care for the Christmas Story. Well, no, it was the one that growing up for some reason, anyone my one sister would date or whatever, they were obsessed with that movie. They would always be obsessed with it.
My husband doesn't like
the leg lamp, and it's just that I just don't find it as funny as some say. Like, oh. It's just one of the ones that I just never. The whole Red Rifle BB gun, and the Pink Bunny, Red Ryder BB gun. It's just it was never my cup of tea.
The bunny pajamas. No,
not for me. Yeah,
Ralphie.
I was always like.
Great movie.
But that's also the great thing about Christmas movies is I will have people say to me, "Oh, I've seen that one." Well, do you watch every year? Oh, I haven't seen it in years. And there's people that's like, I don't get how that works. You've seen it, so that's it. That's like saying, oh, I saw.
Well, not everybody's a movie booth.
Yeah, but it's like if you see something you like it, especially Christmas movies, you gotta rewatch them.
You gotta revisit them every year.
Like, oh, I saw Home Alone when I was a kid, and since, oh, I'm an adult now. What are you trying to say? That Home Alone, like,
I think I've said that to you a few times.
have you?
Well, you're like, oh, did you see this movie? Like, fill in the blank. And I was too old to go and watch those movies.
Okay.
So there's some like, what is that movie? Not Madeline.
Madeline? Coraline?
No, I love Coraline. Danny DeVito's in it.
Matilda.
Matilda. I never saw it.
I love Matilda.
When it came out.
One of the coolest things is the 4K Steelbook we got last year, me and Michaela, and we watched it, and then we realized, looking through the bonus features, we then watched the whole movie again, but it's covered with a full Danny DeVito audio over top of it, where he talks about the whole film all the way through, and it was magic.
Yeah,
Like listening to this man talk about this movie, it was so good.
just a small little cameo that. I smiled so big as soon as he got on camera, and I was so excited to see him. He was.
Well, what's cool about DeVito with directing, Matilda, is when you looked into the backstory of it, with the whole, her mother was sick, and he wanted her mother to see that movie before she passed, so he actually kicked it into high gear to film that movie, because that little girl was very special to him. I can't remember, her name and all that, but yeah. So, I'm talking Danny DeVito. I love Deck the Halls. I don't think you've ever seen it, but it's him and Matthew Broderick, and basically he moves to this new town in Massachusetts, and he is he's selling cars. He gets a new job. His wife is Chenoweth from like Wicked and all that. Um, and Matthew Broderick lives across the street with his two kids and his wife, and Danny DeVito comes off a little strong, like, he's not from there, so everyone's like, oh, he's the Halloween guy, he's the Christmas guy. Oh, so what can I be? What holiday do I get? And that's like the start of the movie, but then,
puts him into competition.
well, no, what puts them into competition, was that the daughter wakes up the one night, and is showing the dad, like, it's Danny DeVito, like this earth view, and how like the neighbor's house was really bright, and he's like, well, I want our house to do that. And then he sees that like somehow some of these places can be seen from space, so he comes up with this thing of like, if he puts Christmas lights on his house.
That's why I couldn't watch the meteor shower last night.
Your eyes. Oh. So he starts putting lights on the house, and it gets crazier and crazier. So crazy that like news people start showing up, and like it becomes a show. And Matthew Broderick can't take it, because at first, oh, I'm the Christmas guy. Then it becomes like it's too much for him. It's too bright. He can't sleep at night. But then he becomes like the villain of the movie, even though he's really the main person in the movie, because he's coming off like this a-hole that wants to ruin Christmas, so everybody else just wants to enjoy the lights. So like all this stuff starts going on, and it's really cool. Like,
it's funny.
Oh, it's really funny. I love this. I love the scenes.
What kind of scene?
House, not at the roof of the other guy.
I have to watch it.
You definitely have to watch it. It's one of the, because it's like there's a few of them I feel like people kind of like Tim Allen. You have Christmas with the Cranks, which is one that I didn't grow up on. Like I said, my brother always was like, always wanted to be a movie critic type of guy, but he was too biased to allow, like, he for some reason at one point just didn't like Tim Allen. Like, he doesn't like Adam Sandler anymore. No? Not that I don't like him, it's just that some of his stuff that I grew up on is so funny, like Zohan and The Wedding Singer and Billy Madison, and
But like, I tried to watch something old. I know this is not Adam Sandler, but it was Something About Mary. I tried to watch that.
Me and Michaela too, not too long ago. I didn't care for it.
No,
That's
how high was I?
Stiller is.
When
I'm learning that like Zoolander and all those. A lot of Stiller stuff does not live the test of time.
No, it doesn't.
Like, unless it's Dodgeball or.
That's why I never watched the Adam Sandler Christmas movie, the animated one was
Eight Crazy Nights. It's Hanukkah. I love that movie. I don't care. I think that shit's hilarious. There's nothing against anything going on with the material. I think it's just I just thought it was always funny. It's because basically about he has no family. He's living in this trailer. Trailer burns down. So these two little old people take him in, and he starts to learn about Hanukkah and everything. But he is a dick in the movie. Yeah. That's another good holiday movie, though, is Eight Crazy Nights. If you've never seen it, people, check it out. Definitely a classic.
And then you were saying before that you're kind of over Elf.
It's not that I'm over Elf. It's just that I feel like a lot of people say like that's the one that they watch a lot, and that's my problem. Is I can watch Elf once and I'm fine, but like
I don't know.
I could watch Home Alone 15 times. I could watch The Grinch 15 times. I even love Polar Express. National Lampoon. Oh yeah, no, you don't like Polar Express.
It wasn't that good of a movie.
A lot of people get creeped out by the animation. A lot of people get because it's like the eyes are just too.
It's not even the animation. It just wasn't good. It's just like
it's based off the book.
I'm gonna say something else controversial. Just like Frozen, it wasn't a good movie. Frozen was stupid, and so was Polar Express. Sorry, not sorry.
See, that's where the age gap comes in. It's like I can remember.
Old?
No. There's an age gap.
Oh my god.
There's an age gap.
I love Elf. Absolutely adore it. I remember when it came out, and I just laughed and laughed and laughed and laughed. And still to this day, I can't stop laughing at that movie. That movie is hilarious. I adore it. I love it. And I'm not even a big fan of Will Ferrell. I know that people are going to hate me for that, but like Anchorman and that other movies, like whatever other movies, I did not find them that funny. But Elf is I think it might be, well, it's top 3 Christmas movie.
Really?
Top 3, 100%.
I feel like for a lot of people, it's top 3 definitely, because unless you're like a big movie person, I feel like unless Christmas is your thing, because like some people, they might not watch a lot of movies. November 1st hits and it's like Hallmark, Christmas movies, everything, boom, boom, boom.
Well, you apparently love Christmas movies so much you even watch the Hallmark.
I do, and like I said, it does get pretty bad because like this year, I found out that like Trish Stratus from WWE, she did a Hallmark movie at one point. A lot of like Jodie Sweetin from Full House has a ton of them, and BJ from Full House, she has a ton of them. So like there's so many new ones I've watched. Lindsay Lohan. She's all that.
She's all that. She's all that. She's all that. What's her name? We're gonna go and have an okay time.
Oh, that's
What is her name?
Yeah, she does a ton of them. Rachel Lee Cook.
Rachel Lee Cook.
The thing with her is that I don't know if she's in a lot of them anymore, but that's like she kind of was out of the business for a little bit, and then out of nowhere just popped. Like that's what happens though, is you find out that a lot of these people, they were young actors, like so then they acted till they were like 18, 20, whatever.
Like up to
went to school, went to college, everything, did what they did, and then like a lot of these Hallmark movies, they're all Canadian made, basically.
Hey?
They're all Canadian actors.
Oh,
like
Canadian.
Like I don't like I can look. Let's see. Is she a Canadian? Like
is she a Canuck?
Is she a Kanuki? American, no, American actress and model. But she's married to a Canadian actor producer.
Oh.
Who was born in Winnipeg, Daniel Gillies.
He's up there in Canada.
It looks like it, since that's like his job.
Well, Hallmark is definitely not my favorite thing to watch. So
It's definitely a taste because I know some people. Our Little Secret, and Our Little Secret is she gets like so her mother passes, she gets this big job opportunity, takes it, but tells her boyfriend tells her boyfriend that she has to move away. He doesn't take it too great, gets drunk, away party, does this big thing about your mother wouldn't be proud of you, says all this shit, they have a big fight. So then it goes like this flash of 10 years later, and basically he's dating. So she's coming home to meet her boyfriend's family. He's dating the boyfriend's sister. Almost flirted there, but so basically they decide to keep it a secret for all this crap, like all the like to me it's stupid. Like they could have avoided a ton of shit if they just said it like, hey, funny thing we didn't realize is like we dated all these years ago. Now like my biggest problem with the movie is there's so many movies that you can watch where for the if they were just humans and the writing process went a little okay, then
it would be
they could just block out everything else that happened because they could just say, we're going to have a conversation about this. Like, hey, funny thing, family, but me and him, we dated 10 years ago. We had this big blow up fight. I moved to London. We never spoke again. We walk in. This is funny, isn't this? No, they make it this big thing to not tell
awkward
anyone.
secret,
Awkward
dramatic,
secret.
over the top.
And then they start hiding places so they can talk. And that's where it's like, all right, but I enjoyed it because, Lindsay Lohan was good in it. And Lindsay Lohan, she's been doing a couple Christmas movies for the last few years on Netflix. She does one every year, I think, now. I'm dying over here.
Yeah, are you okay?
No, I'm okay. I'm okay.
Oh.
But, the movie ends and it's like, it's good and all, but yeah. That's how we be looking.
That's how we be looking.
Mhm. But I'm telling you, if you haven't seen I think it's called Our Little Secret. It's on Netflix. It's a fun one, but there's like little things where you're like, that's my problem with these Netflix movies today. Is I feel like I sit there and like something happens, and I'm like, really, come on. It's like the horror movie where you're like, if you just would have went the other way, or if you just like,
It's like every M. Night Shyamalan movie.
where the new one where he tells you the twist in the trailer, and the real twist was, oh, that's his daughter singing. Wow, crazy.
I wonder if they're Canadian. Eh?
See, M Night, he killed
I actually have to say something. I watched what is it? Glass.
Glass. Yes.
And then what's the second one?
No, Unbreakable, Split, Glass.
Split, and even though Unbreakable, I liked Unbreakable.
Unbreakable's great. Unbreakable's one of his best.
I thought it was great, except for the very, very, very
the ending of Split is where it kills it. You're just like,
why do you have to ruin this, M. Night?
M Night.
And then Glass. I thought it was really, really good, but then the end was kind of.
See, Glass is the one that I fell off on. I thought Glass could have been way better.
I was just really excited
because it's like you get Samuel, you have Bruce, you have everybody in this movie, and this is what you give us. I felt like
they could have done better, of course, but knowing that it was M. Night, I was like,
see, and that's the thing about like, since being to testings and stuff, is seeing it and wondering, especially seeing bad movies today, and thinking that movie had a test screening, and they were told to make it better. And this is the edited and cut and made version of like what how bad was it before?
We actually recently did go to test screening, and me and Rob are going to discuss what it was like to be there, not what movie we saw, but what it was like to be there.
Yeah.
And I think we should definitely do that next time we jump on here.
I see we got a viewer right now, my buddy James.
Oh, hey James.
If you want to comment, we'll talk about a movie or something. Just say something, brother. We're just live on YouTube at the moment, just talking holiday movies.
Holiday movies, good, bad, indifferent. The best ones yet. What we haven't talked about.
Yeah. But no, yeah, we're having a good time. We just thought we'd meet up tonight, do something like this, just so with the holidays coming, everything's gonna be rough. You know. But
I mean, tonight. I'm looking. Well, because my husband's not going to be home, I'm definitely going to watch. No, I can't think of it. Nutcracker.
Nutcracker.
Yeah, it's my favorite.
Really?
Don't judge me.
No, I'm not judging. I thought you were gonna say like Office Christmas Party or Surviving Christmas or
Maybe I should watch one of
the
those.
night before.
The night before what?
That's just what it's called. The night before.
Who's
Yeah.
in that?
Jason Gordon-Levitt's the main character. Then it's Seth Rogen and what's his name?
Is it a comedy?
Mackie. John.
You know what I tried to watch? I tried to like sometimes my dad will I'll try to like channel my dad and watch like an old school movie.
Mm-hmm.
So I tried to watch White Christmas.
White Christmas, yes, that's a good one.
Was it?
Did you not like it?
I can't even watch it to the end. And I've tried twice.
You get bored?
Very, very bored, very dumb, very
Because it was very whimsical, very, trying to be.
Yeah, but also not interesting at all. Like there was no interest to it whatsoever. So I lost interest pretty quickly on that one, and I like some old movies. But you have to capture me, and that did not capture me at all. So I think what did he say?
Polar Express. So we just talked about Polar Express because Tanya does not care for the Polar Express.
No, it was
me. I actually got. The reason I really do enjoy that movie is when I was in the second grade, they took the whole class, all the classes in the second grade to see the Polar Express. So I have that fond memory of sitting there with all my classmates watching that movie, and then my love for Tom Hanks and just and as a kid that animation didn't creep me out. So even now it doesn't. And that's the thing for a lot of people is either the movie just wasn't good, it was boring, or they were creeped out by it.
It was definitely more on the boring side for me. Because I liked the animation.
Mm-hmm.
But watching it with like the kids I used to babysit or somebody be like, it was like snooze fest for me. But like now that we're talking about it and like going over the point of it in my head and like remembering it, okay, yes, I could see as a child it being a good movie and very nostalgic and
because
with a good message and
the whole beginning with him waking up and before he goes to bed, the parents talking about Santa and he's older and he's starting to grow out of it, and then getting to the whole where he's getting on the train, and do you have your ticket? Oh, what? And then he's trying to figure out, is this real? Is this not? Am I dreaming? And then they stop for the other kid, and then he becomes the nice one who's trying to make sure that the kid's okay. And then there's the scene where like they go off track and they're on the ice, and somehow they connect. It's an adventure. He goes to on top of the train, and he meets the ghost, and he does all very cool. And how Tom Hanks plays all these different characters.
Yeah.
Like that's what over the time learning about it, I've always had a fond love for the Polar Express.
Yeah.
And knowing that they're in talks of making a sequel really pisses me off. Because
really? You have no high hopes for that?
It's not that I don't have I just feel like it's one of those things that it's been left alone for so long. Not so long, but long enough. And there's not a sequel book. Polar Express is based off a kid's book for the holidays.
I just saw it. I thought I thought I saw it, but not all sequels are bad.
No,
Not all
not
sequels
that.
are
Of
bad.
course, not all sequels are bad. Look at Dune 2, and then that's a horrible. Because Dune 2,
Needs a 3?
well, yeah, of course we're getting a 3, but
Are we?
that could be how many years? Who knows?
That's true.
But I'll wait. I'm okay waiting for greatness because you
Yeah,
know
that's true.
I always say that is certain movies it's bad when like Craven, which got pushed back, is supposed to come out not this last, but the last August. Then they said, oh, January. Then they said this coming summer, and it finally comes out. I think it came out yesterday, and it's getting harsh reviews from the critics because critics don't love Sony and what they make. But people, the test screenings is not good. This is not good. So
But
it's
did Barbie
push
like
back.
win an Oscar? And they don't like
Barbie?
Sony?
No, Barbie isn't. So Barbie it's a little different. Barbie was you're talking you take an IP as Barbie and you
Mm.
give a director Greta Gerwig the right to do it. And Greta Gerwig has made I think she did Little Women, which
The new
the new one, which was great.
was
She,
it?
oh yeah,
I love Little Women so much that I refuse to watch this one.
they're both great.
Are they?
Yeah, no, like any adaptation I feel has been really good.
Huh.
But yeah, no, that movie got set up because great actors in it, Michael Cera and Ryan Gosling. Oh, everybody who's in it is really good.
What, Barbie?
Yeah, but the
I
problem
think
with
it was
Barbie is I
okay.
just didn't care for the story myself. Like, but that's the thing is it wasn't
Okay.
for me, and that's where I get why it got the
Yeah,
awards.
you're good like that. You give movies a chance, and I dead things in the water. Like, it's so hard for me to continue once I'm just like, I hate this.
Yeah,
And you will always give them a chance and appreciate even the things that are in
it's
it.
my love for cinema in a way.
Yeah, because I will immediately
Mm-hmm.
cut the cord and be like, I'm done with this.
Well, because I did the whole Barbenheimer thing where I jumped on the board and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go see Oppenheimer, 70 millimeter IMAX, and then we got dinner, and then right after we saw Barbie. And the problem I think for some people was seeing them whichever way they saw them, you could really hurt the other movie because I come out of something great that I loved, like Oppenheimer, with that great Robert Downey Jr. performance
Mm.
and
Mhm.
Cillian
Oh, it
Murphy and
was amazing.
freaking the guy from the Santa Claus, and I'm
Yeah,
like, wow, this is great.
yeah.
Because like I always talk about that, like he hasn't done nothing in years, and he pops up in Oppenheimer, and he lives by where we work, like because they
Oh,
always
yeah.
talk about him. Like, guess he's got a
Huh.
band or something. I don't know. But then I go see Barbie, and it comes on, and I started to realize while watching the movie why it's so big is because she went with making a story about you know this whole world of where it was ruled by women, and that
Mm.
movie's not for me. And am I gonna go and bash it? No. But am I gonna say I loved it? No. It was good. It was good for what it was, and I see where the popularity comes from. And just like Wicked, I loved Wicked, and I'm not gonna lie.
Did you cry like a
The
little
Oh
girl?
yeah, at the end, little tear for the
Oh
love of
my god!
cinema. Just that one little tear,
Wow.
but it put me in the same perspective of just how much they put out stuff about the movie and the ads, the money they put into all of that was just insane. Like,
Mhm.
where did you not see something about Barbie? Because it was cool. It was, but I just think over time, those are the like Top Gun did it, and then Barbie did it, and now this year it was what was the big one this summer that really took the cake?
Wicked.
No, well, yeah, that's it for this year. I would say would be
Yeah,
Wicked.
Wicked seems like
Wicked seems to be the one that took the
it's
cake.
all over the place.
Well,
I
because it just what happens is people doubt something, and then when it comes out and the masses love it,
mm,
where like you see like the girl who takes, oh, I'm gonna sleep through this, and the guy comes out, how was the movie? And he's crying,
yeah, I saw that.
and I love that. I love seeing those
Yeah,
little somethings. But
I definitely should see Wicked.
Yeah, and people will say to me, "Do you need to?" I'm like, as long as you know the story of the Wizard of Oz, I think you could go into that movie pretty blind.
Yeah.
Because from what I hear, the book is actually pretty like like, very adult. It's
Okay.
because it's some guy's fan fiction that he made. That's what the
Oh,
Wicked
okay.
play is then
Got it.
based off of. And from what I hear, is the Wicked play from the movie is very loosely made because for them to be able to take the movie the the musical make it a full adaptation, it would have had to been 4 hours long.
Yeah.
But they can do that with a movie. So a lot of people don't realize that yes, the movie is based off the play, but the play was based off a book. So they're taking more from the book, but also the musical.
Yeah.
They're taking it from both areas, and people are just loving it. They're
Yeah.
loving it
They
up.
really are.
And I think it's just because they kind of doubted Ariana at first, then they're realizing, wow, she really is a good Glinda.
She's a good
And
actress.
she's a good
That's how
actress.
she
Yeah.
started.
Yeah, she started where that like she
What
loved
was the show?
that stuff. Well,
Victoria.
Victorious, I think, right? And then
Yeah.
Sam and Cat and a couple of other ones.
Oh,
Yeah. But for me, when it comes to holiday specials, I love the Grinch Who Stole Christmas. Because I can remember that was the first movie I ever saw in a theater. In
ever?
2000 when it came out, my parents we so every year my parents would
I always
go
forget we have a
and
large age gap
yep, we would go
that you
see a
like to
Christmas
remind me of.
movie every year. Every year. And the one year was How to Grinch Stole Christmas. So my mother and father took us all and we saw that and I will never forget being scared of that live action Grinch at
Yeah.
first
Yeah.
because
I
he
can see that.
came off like
It's
you
intimidating.
know.
It's
But
intimidating.
now I love it. Now I think it's one of the best. It's so Christmassy, you know, all like the holiday hoobie wuddy and
Holiday hoobity wuddy. Holiday hoobity wuddy. Oh, we have Rob's daughter looking at us, and she is so cute. Holiday hoobity
yes.
wuddy. What a cutie pie.
I guess she looks like she just woke up.
Yeah, from a snooze.
Yeah. But yeah, we
Well, I look forward to continuing this, the holiday
I know the holiday
watching.
watching and everything.
Yeah.
Because that become for me it's like I
It's
love
like
there's
it's like
nothing
what
like
during Halloween, like I want to watch Practical Magic and like I
yeah.
want to watch the
See,
Halloween
this year for
movies.
me with the daughter was hard because I found myself wanting to put
Yeah.
on things that I knew if she were to look over and see it'd be okay. Like Practical Magic,
Yeah,
little,
yeah.
you know, the Monster Squad, Little
Mm.
Monsters,
Oh, Little
Little
Monsters.
Vampire.
It's such a hard watch.
I love Little
I
Monsters.
know, I love it too, but I had it on and my niece like just popped in and came over and she was like, "What is this dumb movie that you're watching?"
No, I hate that.
It is no, but it truly is not that good of a movie,
Oh,
Little
it's amazing.
Monsters. But it just holds a lot of
It's
nostalgia.
too good. That's the problem.
Too good.
That's
Yeah,
the
yeah,
issue.
yeah.
I had somebody say to me, "Is that the movie with Ben Savage and Fred Savage?" And I said, "Yeah, they were
Yeah,
brothers,
they're
so they used them
brothers.
for the same movie where they needed brothers." Like,
Yeah. Mhm.
but for me, when it comes to Christmas, there's nothing like baking cookies and throwing on, Elf, and sitting down and wrapping some presents and throwing on Home Alone, or
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
you know,
You're actually getting me in the mood to watch Home Alone, and I haven't watched it probably in 10 years.
Home Alone is one
I
of the
know,
best
I'm getting the
because
eyes. I'm getting the
when
eyes. MK's giving me the eyes.
when you watch those movies, it's like, and the thing is, it's so hard. Like when there's classic movies with sequels, like Back to the Future, where I can clearly say that I do enjoy the second one more. Home Alone is so hard because the first and the second are so closely, so great that it's like so hard because the second one there's so much more that can go wrong because he's not home anymore. He's lost in New York City. Like, and then he has the whole hotel with Tim freaking Curry. Like,
Oh,
oh,
genius.
what a great
I
like
love
Rob
that man.
Schneider, not Rob, yeah, Rob Schneider,
Yep,
and
he's in it too.
oh, and the whole part where now they're all on their knees and like I love that scene.
Yeah.
The gun starts going off like oh,
Wait,
so good.
isn't Trump in it?
Trump is in
Yeah,
that one.
he makes a cameo.
And not gonna lie, I love that cameo. I think that shit is so funny. They've made so many memes with that. where like he turns and then just the fart. I always think that's hilarious.
You love a
But
good fart joke.
good fart joke.
Sense of humor of a 9-year-old.
Who?
You.
Love a good fart joke. In old movies though, new movies, fart jokes are never done well.
God bless you.
Love Actually though, we were talking about that before. Do you know what one I prefer? There's two that I prefer to Love Actually.
And then they go to Wisconsin, and these Boutons are running around in like these little booty shorts in fucking Wisconsin in December.
Oh,
Like, what is that dumb? The movie's so dumb, and I watch it every year like an idiot.
because that's what happens is you get pulled into these.
And I'm just like,
movies.
oh, I hate this movie, and then I sit down and I watch it and hate it.
But come on, the other ones that I would prefer over them is have you ever seen Love the Coopers? So I think it's who's the main lady? I can't remember her name. Really famous fucking But then you get John Goodman, Olivia Wilde, bunch of other high end freaking actors and actresses, and it's the same. They're all Marissa Tomei, Anthony Mackie, but they're all going through these different parts of life to end up
all at the same
holiday at the same place, and you realize like they're all connected in certain ways.
Is it a good movie?
I think it's better than Love Actually, because Love Actually just pisses me off after a while.
Yes.
Like you say, some of the jokes are just outdated, and it's sad because it's like what 04, I think that movie came out, 05 maybe. But then the other one I also like is, do you ever see The Family Stone? Would you say that's Christmas?
Yeah, I mean it's based around Christmas. Would you say that Die Hard is Christmas?
The only thing is like what you call Sarah Jessica Parker from Sex and the City, and she's the main. She's like her and Owen Wilson are like the main in it.
Yeah.
My problem is I have never found that woman attractive a day in my life. And that's my biggest thing about her being the main in a show called Sex and the City, is like everyone else was attractive but her in my eyes. And I hate to put that out there and say that. I don't know
if you hate that or
but like it's just always my opinion. I was always like, he
that.
looks like a foot. Like
the disrespect.
The meme is that he's a horse.
That's it, the horse face.
MK.
Meme, it's not.
Michaela chiming in with the horse face comment.
Oh my god, I love that.
But that was always like my main thing when she was like the main role. Like, what was that one with Matthew McConaughey? Failure to Launch.
Yeah, that was a good movie too.
It's like, how does that woman get Matthew McConaughey? Go.
I think they dated.
Did they?
Yeah,
they might have.
They did. I believe they dated during at some point. I believe.
Did you ever see the thing lately with him where it's like his viral tuna salad?
I saw something like this week, right?
Yeah, it was like brand new.
Yeah, and he's like cooking with
I don't remember who it was.
Yeah, it's
it's
Gordon
that
Ramsay.
guy.
Yeah,
there was him, and then there was the other guy who has the podcast.
Like, I want to hang out with Matthew McConaughey so bad, and I know that motherfucker's making some good food. Okay,
so yeah,
he is a cook. So, I love Sarah Jessica Parker. I love The Family Stone. I cried like a little girl when like the mom and dad were in bed together, and she has breast cancer again, and then he puts his hand on her chest.
Well, that's the thing with Love the Coopers. Is it's like that's the thing is I don't feel that with anything with Love Actually. There's none of that in it, you know.
Even though like what is his name? Liam Neeson. No.
Liam Neeson.
Yes, yeah. Liam Neeson. Like his wife dies, and like that is, I guess that's the sad part.
I guess
but
so.
It is
like she's
very
not there.
English, so like English people are very non-emotional, and like can read that way. Everything's a little bit more passive aggressive than it is like showing your emotions, which this movie is all of those things.
Yeah,
and it sucks, and the jokes suck.
Well, that's the thing is in the Love the Coopers with John Goodman is the wife is, you kind of find out that she's sick, and everything.
Go
And
ruin
then
it for me. I'm gonna watch it.
there's another person who's sick and all this, and Amanda Seyfried's in it. Let's see. I'll go give Diane Keaton. That's the main one. Her and John Goodman,
Wait,
Alan
when
Arkin,
did this movie come
Ed
out?
Helms, Amanda Seyfried. Oh, everyone's in this. Yeah, this came out 2015.
Okay, I'm gonna have to watch it because it sounds like it's up my alley. I love the Family Stone.
So let me give you the
I
rundown.
love The Holiday.
Yep.
It's a great movie.
The Holiday is funny
And it's
because
funny.
it's like, how many times do you really get to see Jack Black play a serious role, you know?
Right, but even in his serious
Mhm.
roles, like I always have a smile on my face
Yep.
when Jack Black comes on.
So let's see, this Love the Coopers I was talking about. An 18% on Rotten Tomatoes. But I think it's got, is that
What
an
about the audience?
37? But here's the thing, like Surviving Christmas, one of my all-time favorites, 8% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's just a known thing that Christmas movies are not ever
This
This Christmas. Oh, you know I love This Christmas. Biggest problem with This Christmas though, every musical part of that movie is 20 freaking minutes long, and it's ridiculous. We all love ourselves some Chris Brown, I get it. But when you have Chris Brown out here rocking
Yeah.
for 40 minutes on the microphone,
No.
and he just keeps saying This Christmas, you start to get fucking annoyed.
Yeah. I have I can't like what with what was it that I was watching? It was American Horror Story, The Coven. And I get you bringing on what's her face from Fleetwood Mac for one song, but it was over and over and over again.
What's
We
her
up?
Stevie Nicks? No, we're still on.
Am I on?
You're on.
You sure? I don't think my microphone's on. You talk.
Hello, hello. I think we're both on. Now you talk.
No. Don't tell me what to do. Hello.
And this is a little weird. Let me see. Hello, hello.
Me.
If your mic's been unplugged this whole time, I'll be pissed.
It has been. Okay, my mic.
Hopefully they heard you through my
Unplugged
mic the whole
the whole
time.
Well, folks, it's our first time. What do you want from us?
Well, we're just doing a live stream, you know.
Yeah, this is the first time doing all
But
this, so
that's funny.
that's great.
So Family Stone. The thing about the Family Stone is that it's also a very big cast. You have Diane Keaton again, Sarah Jessica Parker, Rachel McAdams, Luke Wilson, not Owen Wilson. Craig T. Nelson, one of my favorites of all time.
Yeah.
I love him in Parenthood from Coach.
Oh yeah. I
Um,
used to watch them.
another great one, Office Christmas Party. If you've never seen it, with Jason Bateman and Jennifer Aniston, that one
I saw parts.
it's like Project X, but if it was Christmas, that's what I love about it.
Yeah.
And Project
she's a
X came out at that
bitch.
perfect. Oh yeah, she's a bitch, but she's so good in it. Four Christmases. That's another great one with Vince Vaughn, and I feel like everyone's in that one also.
No.
Yes.
Well, I definitely have some Christmas movie watching to do.
I feel like a lot of people do. I feel like I talk to a lot of people who are like, "No, I've never seen that." And I get that the holidays are
Well, because I don't
a lot.
waste 2 hours. There's a lot going on. Christmas is in 2 weeks.
I know, but that's why you go. You,
So I
you
don't wanna
order all your
waste
presents
my
offline.
You know, like my 2-hour movie time slot on a crappy movie.
Yeah, but if you don't, you're never gonna know if you
Yeah,
like these
that's true.
movies or not.
That's true. That's why I'm taking your recommendations,
Yeah.
and I shall be watching.
Well, that's my big thing about why people go to the theater anymore. Is they say, "Why would I spend money to go watch something crappy?" I say, that's the whole point of the unlimited packages. Is I've seen a lot of crappy
Which
movies.
you have.
Yeah, like I say, well, the worst.
Crappiest movie this year. Go.
It might be Night Swim. That movie just had me fucking dead. And the problem is I go see these movies with buddies sometimes, and they always want to say, and this is where I get them, because they'll be like, no, if it was 15 minutes longer, and they put this in there, and I say, but they didn't.
But they did.
They released that movie like that.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, they could. Yeah, the Ronald McDonald looking villain they could have fixed it, but they didn't.
But they didn't.
And then that's the thing.
And that's why they have screenings.
That's why they have screenings. But then, like I said to you, how bad was it originally if they did a screening and then they released that?
That's why I want to be invited to the screening that we were invited to. I want to be invited to the next one so bad
I know
to see if they took any of our feedback.
right.
But we'll talk about that another day.
Another day. But we wanted to, this is. I'm going to ask you, a question to lead off, and then I'll answer my own question.
Okay.
Top
Should I just get out of here?
top holiday movie for you, all since a kid now. What is your top and why? Top holiday film. It could be a Hanukkah movie. It could be,
It could just read holiday to you.
yeah, whatever's holiday
So,
to
of
you.
childhood.
Yes.
Like of since so A Christmas Story.
Yep.
A Christmas Story is mine.
Okay.
Probably because we watched it so much and we were very limited on television
And it was always on.
back in the 80s.
100%.
It was on. There was a 24-hour marathon. We quoted it all the time, and that will always be top holiday movie.
Okay.
It is just something that we lived and breathed for and quoted all the time. Me and all of my 5 siblings. My parents always quoting that movie.
See, for me, it's hard, because there's so many great ones. Home Alone, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
But you only pick one.
But I only pick one. And I'm going to go with the Santa Claus, the Tim Allen one. Because, like, my one brother loved the 80s Santa Claus movie. Because I do have a runner-up, and I'll talk about that one in a second. But it has to be this with Tim Allen.
Mm.
I just love
the
Hey Judy, the Judy scene with the Coco and him getting the suit, knocking the Santa off the house. It just had as a kid watching that movie growing up, your love for Santa just explodes because you watch that and you think that wow, this is the story of Santa.
Yeah.
But my runner-up would be Ernest Saves Christmas. I love that movie, and I'm not gonna lie. I grew up, Ernest scared stupid, and Ernest goes to prison or whatever. They're okay, But Ernest Saves Christmas. I love that Santa. I love the idea of,
and we would like your feedback on that comment right there, please.
We talking about everybody loves the Ernest stuff. Rest in peace. That man,
R.I.P. Ernest.
The part with the snakes. I got some snakes. But,
I can't.
or when he's singing.
I'm not judging you, but maybe just a little judge.
You don't like the Ernest movies?
No. And I would think that a lot of people would say the same thing as me.
No, I would say that there's a lot of people who do love the Ernest
All right,
movies.
well let's see if we can get some comments.
Yeah, definitely on that.
Who likes the Ernest movies?
But yeah, number one, the Santa Claus, Tim Allen. You can't go
I
wrong.
can see that. It was like Santa Claus was attainable when it was Tim Allen.
Well, and then I remember seeing the second one in theaters with the family, and that was like a big event for us because we loved that first one. And then a lot of people, I hear people who are like, "Oh, what do you mean there's a Santa Claus 3?" I'm like, "You never saw Santa Claus 3 where Martin Short is Jack Frost and he's the villain?" And they're like, "Wait, there's a Martin Short villain Santa Claus movie?"
Really good. I never saw it.
Then there's the show. We loved the show. I actually prefer season 2 though to the evil Santa over Kumar from White Castle.
Ooh, what?
Playing like this dad who gets asked to be Santa, but he instead turns it into like Amazon Prime because he uses the magic. Yeah.
Ooh, interesting.
It is interesting. Like I'm telling you, if you go back, you watch, all the Santa Clauses, watch the show, it all matches. It all is really good.
Interesting.
But at the end of no. But we would like, to hear back your feedback. We want to know what you guys like to watch for the holiday season.
Number one.
We just wanted to come on and talk a little bit about the holidays. We're Jersey people, and so we get the cold for the holidays. And I would, I know a lot of people leaving and going to cooler warmer climates that I think is freaking nuts.
Oh.
I'd love to
Don't
see
you look at me
snow.
while you say that.
I'd love
I
to
feel
see some
that.
snow for the holiday.
We ain't seen snow anytime soon. It's global warming. We
Global.
might get a dusting. We might get hit once. but
Hey,
then
I
it-
woke up and it was
kiss
9 degrees out there
snow
this
goodbye.
morning.
Actually, you live all the way up here in the mountains.
I do.
You get snow. I don't get. I live closer to a city, so
When I
don't get
when
any
I when
snow.
I left for work, it was 13, 14 degrees. When I woke up, it was 9. By the time I got to the shop, there was 20 there. So there was a
17 by me.
six
And I
difference.
saw one shooting. Well, it wasn't a shooting star. It was
That was a meteor.
But I saw one because there's so much light pollution.
Nikki killed me this morning. I made 6 wishes last night.
You're like on dirt.
I'm like on a meteor.
Yeah, it was just meteor dust. But it was really cool.
But
to
it was
see.
cool to
I have
see,
say,
yep.
I was outside 6 o'clock this morning, going, "Please, just one. I just want to see one." And then, bloop, and I was like, "Come on, Houston, let's
Yep.
go."
But I want to wish everybody out there, a great holiday season. Happy holidays. Watch your movies.
Yeah.
If the one thing I want to put out there is if there's one that you haven't seen but you've heard about, take a moment and watch it.
Yeah.
If we're talking about
Give it a
things
chance.
that you've never seen,
How will you know?
take a chance. Just one of them. It doesn't have to be all of them, but just give them a chance and see how it goes. But I just wish you all a happy holiday, whatever you are celebrating, whatever you are doing. If you're going to the movies for Christmas like some people do, have a great time. Yeah, Nosferatu.
Nosferatus.
And thank you for listening,
Yes,
since
thank you.
it's just our voices.
Happy holidays.
Hey, Alice!